welcome to another episode of Community Connections. I am your host, Anna Orr, and today's guest is a returning guest, so I guess a little bit more like family. Nikki Love will be joining us talking about an amazing community event celebrating 50 years in hip hop right here in the Twin Cities. She's going to share with us a little bit about this event that's taking place September 3rd that gives us a historical connection to the wonderful world of hip hop. This is going to be a good episode and hopefully one that'll get you and your family out of your seats. Stay tuned. Nikki Love, thank you for joining me on another episode of Community Connections. Can you please remind our wonderful viewers who you are and talk a little bit about the Purple Crew Productions, and then we'll share a little bit about what we're here talking about today.
Yes, I am Nikki Love. I am the founder and CEO of the Purple Day, which is in remembrance of the Purple One, which everyone in Minnesota knows who that is. And I'm the creator and I do everything.
That's right, and we just had you on an episode not too long ago promoting the Purple Day, but you are back talking about a family, fun, friendly event celebrating 50 years of hip hop. Can you talk to us a little bit about the Purple Crew and what you guys are actually planning on doing on the 3rd of September, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes, I still have my same team, which is the Purple Crew. I'm not going to change the name, but we decided to do a celebration of 50 years. This is the 50th anniversary of hip hop, which is started August 11th today, 1973. It started today, actually, 50 years ago. So we decided to pull up all the elements: b-boy, b-girls, MCing, DJing, and MCing is rapping now also. DJ, and that's what everybody came to see, was the DJ. And we'll also be doing graffiti. So we'll be doing the 4 elements of the hip hop outside in the park.
Now let's talk a little bit more about what the event actually entails on that special day. Well, actually, let's just back up a little bit. Let's talk about what led to the concept of this amazing event. Now, we know a lot in being African American that hip hop is a part of our culture and really woven into the thread of American culture, whether people acknowledge it or not.
Exactly.
And so can you talk about what led to you wanting to bring forth such an event like this to Phyllis Wheatley Park?
Well, first of all, most people don't know. I used to be on Kid Mojo Radio, and I did classic hip hop. I also have a master's in communication, and my thesis was women in hip hop. What a coincidence. So I'm a hip hopper, and my host, Derek Delight, is from New York, and he started off in hip hop also. And Smoke D, he started hip hop. They hip hop historian in Minnesota, hip hop historians. Let me say that. In Minnesota, besides Travis Lee. You know Travis Lee?
Absolutely.
He'll be there too. But they are historians. Travis from New York also, and so is Derek Delight. But they're deeply into hip hop, and actually Derek, Smoke, and Yvette, they were in my thesis. I quoted them from Minnesota for hip hop. So I did get my thesis. And as we were talking about it, we wanted to do something in the community because, as they say, which it did not start in Minnesota in 1973. Mm-hmm. That's what Smoke and Derek told me, which is okay. But when it did start, they was there in the beginning.
Okay.
So they wanted to do something. Too bad we couldn't fly to New York, which I would have loved to have done that, but we couldn't. So we decided to do something for our hometown, Minneapolis, St. Paul, Twin Cities, and in the Minnesota edition, Hip Hop Anniversary, 50 years.
Now let's talk a little bit about what's going to be taking place in the park on that day. You're going to be having some special guests, some DJs, yes, music. What else is going to be going on?
We'll have somebody out there doing graffiti, have a big board doing graffiti out there, mm-hmm, canvas, that's what it's called, it's a canvas. We'll have a couple of those. We'll have guest DJs from the Twin Cities that just pop up and get on the DJ stands, whatever they call that.
On the ones and twos.
Yeah, that's it, the ones and twos. I don't know the lingo. And then we'll also have a cypher every hour, and we're going to do it in sections like the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s. So we want everyone to come out, especially if you can flow. That means rap. We would love to get you on stage so people can see you. Here's your time to shine. And that's what we do. We do pass out opportunities.
There's so many amazingly talented people here in the Twin Cities, and so not just in the world of hip hop. So I'm sure you will be nothing short, not short on talent to get a part of this, to become a part of the cipher.
Well, one thing, you know how men are. They didn't have any women. So Smoke D called me and asked me to find some women to cipher. Of course, coincidentally, for the Purple Day, most of the people on the stage were women, and they were ciphering. Well, they had their own songs, but they can rap. So they agreed to come out and cipher, but I want them on my team. B-Dot cried, J Love, The Truth. She did a really good job at the Purple Day. Lady Vicious, she did a really good job. The Lioness, she did a really good job. They're all from Minneapolis, Minnesota, or St. Paul. But they do a really good job. It's a lot of women out here that's doing some things that people are not noticing.
I know that the movie Ladies First, which is the historical chronological tale of hip hop, is being put out by Dream Hampton. And so that is commemorating 50 years of hip hop, from everyone from Moni Love, Queen Latifah, all the way up to Nicki Minaj and Cardi B being a part. Can you talk to what the footprint and legacy of women in hip hop has meant to you personally in being not only working at KMOJ, but also just being a part of the culture, period?
Well, my thing with the women are, we're women. We could make something out of nothing. And when hip hop started, most men was telling their story, what was going on in their lives, what was going around in their community. When the women started, it was a little bit different, because we had a lot to say, a lot more to add. Let me say that. A lot more to add to the men. So when the women started, that was something that was my era. And I could relate to the things that they were saying because they had a message. It was always a message. Queen Latifah and Moni Love, Ladies First. There's a message in that. Absolutely. Most of the old hip hop has messages. I'm not gonna knock Cardi B down or Nicki Minaj. I do like Megan Thee Stallion. I like her for some reason, but it's the way they changed it. The twerking. Nah, see, Queen Latifah and them, they didn't do that. The message, money sells. I mean, your body. Things are different with hip hop today. Everyone dresses in hip hop fashion anyway, but the women have kind of changed it. I didn't want men to look at women as sex objects. To me, this is my opinion, that's how I look at Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, Megan Thee Stallion, even though I like her, but Megan tell the truth about herself. I'm ratchet. She is. But she tells the truth. So they kind of changed it a little bit. MC Lyte didn't do that, but if people pay attention, MC Lyte is doing very well. Her voice is being heard all over the country, but people don't know that that's MC Lyte's voice. MC Lyte used to be a rapper. People don't know that. Queen Latifah, rapper. Look, got into movies. Do a very good job in movies, doesn't she?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so a lot of the old rappers, females, people don't know about. A couple of my older friends got younger daughters. One girl said Queen Latifah was a rapper. I looked at her because she only know Queen Latifah from the movies.
Absolutely. So
I thought about it and I'm like, wow. So most of the women are a little bit different. The older ones, we started changing with Lil' Kim and Foxy. That's when women of hip hop started to change.
I think we're really witnessing the evolution of hip hop, not just as a genre of music, but as a culture.
Yes.
That we're beginning to shift the paradigm on what is possible and what people see as entertainment. starting to be seen as a full-on culture, and then recognizing what we contribute as a whole, as many other things in being Black in America. We've contributed so much, and we don't always get the timely recognition as we should. So I think it's important that we have events like this, the Hip Hop BBQ that'll be taking place on September 3rd.
Yes.
September 3rd. From what time to what time for people that want to attend?
It's from 12 to 7.
Okay.
We like to get up early, get out, and be done, and on our way home.
Absolutely.
And one other thing about hip hop that people don't know is hip hop has classic music in it, jazz, R&B, soul. It has a lot tied into one genre.
I think that's right. I think it's a lot of elements.
It's a lot of them.
Now, let's shift a little bit and talk about what we need to bring. The event will be taking place out at Phyllis Wheatley.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you talk to us about what we need so that we can participate on that amazing afternoon?
You could bring a grill if you want. You don't have to, because I will have food trucks. You could bring a tent, bring your chairs, and sit down and listen to some hip hop, because that's all we're going to play all day.
Now, this is a free event, correct?
Yes.
Open to the public and a family-friendly event.
Yes.
Can you talk to me about the focus of offering family-friendly events to the community?
All my events are family-friendly because I have a child. Well, when I had a child, well, she's grown now, but when she was little, I always said, dang, well, I can't bring my kid. Some people are like, yeah, you can come, but don't bring your kid. But I have a child. So I decided everything that I do moving forward, you could bring your kids. Because I used to couldn't, but I'm back in the day. But now you can bring your kids. Bring your kids. I was supposed to give out backpacks, but I hope I'm able to do that again. Well, I'm able to do it at this event. Let me say that. Mm-hmm. If not, next year. But I want to be able to do things for kids because they're welcome too, because they are our future.
I think that's one of the only ways that, as the elders used to say, that we continue the recipes. If we're not actually bringing our kids to these events, how will they ever know that Queen Latifah, MC Lyte, Common, and a host of others have had a footprint outside of what they see today?
Correct.
Whether it be television, movies, philanthropy, arts,
Yes.
So I think it's very important. Now, when we are having this event, there's going to be some specific categories given out that will give prizes. Can you talk about what those categories are specifically?
Well, we're going to do the best hip hop attire. And for us, because we celebrating 50 years, we want to go back. We want to see the gold chains, the Kango hats, the Adidas tennis shoes, the Adidas outfits. We want to see the definitely hip hop. Mm-hmm. Don't stop. We want to see that in a person. And then we also going to give out prizes to the best lookalike. I didn't know what that was. Do you know what that is?
I do know what that is.
I didn't.
So if you come and you are dressed like Nelly from the Hot in Here video, or you are dressed like, I got you. I got you.
I didn't.
Okay.
Somebody had to tell me. So I said, oh, that's a good one.
So there'll be awards given out for best hip hop attire as well as best hip hop lookalike.
Yes.
Okay.
A prize, no award.
Okay.
A prize.
A prize. Let me be correct about that.
A prize. Okay. Yes.
Okay. And what time is that contest going to take place? Because I know a lot of good people who put together some really good outfits. All of you guys who have had 80s, 90s, 2000 throwback parties, pull out all your special attire for this amazing event.
I can't wait to see people. I can't wait because I just like it. And then I know they hip hop heads. Look at them, dressed, all the rings on the all the rings on the fingers. But I'm excited about this. This is my first one. We've never done a hip hop barbecue. We do plan on doing it continuously, annually. That is our plan. Mm-hmm. But this is the first one, and I'm excited because a lot of people are tapping on the flyer. They're calling. They're calling me, they're calling Smoke D, they're calling Derek Delight, they're just calling us, sharing the flyer, which I didn't realize that a lot of people are into hip hop.
I think it's true, and I don't know if we always give it the proper recognition that it deserves. So it's exciting to hear that not only people are coming alongside you and supporting the work that you're doing, but they also are trying to amplify their interest and let other people know that Minnesota is not a dead city, and we do have some things going on, and we are abreast as what's going on across the country. I know that Rock the Bells just took place in New York, so there are so many cultural events that are taking place to commemorate 50 years in hip hop. Now, there's going to be merch available at this event, just like you had at the Purple Day. You will have T-shirts available. Can you talk to me about your T-shirts?
I designed the T-shirts again, too, also. So the T-shirts, they will be available, and it does have the state of Minnesota, the outline of the state, and inside it, it'll say 50th anniversary of hip-hop. And then on the back of the shirt, it'll say peace, love, peace, love, unity, and having fun. Okay. That's the 4 hip-hop. African Bambaataa came up with that. Okay. And so it'll have that on the back, and we'll be selling T-shirts, and it's the Minnesota edition. That's why I got the Minnesota logo, because it came from Minnesota. It didn't come from New York. It didn't come from Alabama.
We need the representation.
We need
a lot
the
of
representation.
People forget all the amazing things musically that Minnesota has contributed to music as a whole. As a whole. Besides Prince, we have given the world so many other things.
Besides Prince, we have
and so many other amazing people.
Yes, and people that the world has slept on and haven't paid attention to yet. Look at Lizzo. Mm-hmm. She's not from Minnesota, but she was here. And look what happened. But it wasn't overnight. And that's something people need to understand. Things don't happen overnight. Might not happen tomorrow, next week, or next month. It could be a year, 2, 3, or 4. People are reaching out to me now, and I'm talking to them 5 years ago. But it's okay. People explaining to me why they didn't come to my event. Mm-hmm. It's okay. Maybe you'll make it eventually.
That's true.
Maybe one day.
Now talk to me about who you're going to have as guests at this event. You're going to have B-boys and B-girls, right?
Yes.
Who are going to be some of those people, as well as some of the hosts and some of those other people that we haven't really given a lot of direct shout-outs to on this episode?
Well, I got Walter Cupid Banks MCing, which we just going to let people from the audience be involved and just come on stage. If you think you're an MC, come on stage and MC. But Q will let you know. If you're a DJ, which I do have all the DJs, because they're having a boat ride that night too. But all the DJs will be there, and they're gonna get up there and they're gonna do hip hop, because everybody love hip hop. That's why we're doing a cypher, because we want the audience to be involved and included and everything. And this is an opportunity to be involved and to be included, and for the community to see you in front of all those people. Even if it's 2 people out there, 2 people saw you. But it's an opportunity for the community to be involved and get on stage. If you're scared or if you're not, hey, here's an opportunity for you. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to keep it as a secret, because they're guests.
Okay.
And so when they come on stage, people know who they are. If people know who they are in Minnesota.
I was gonna say, I looked at the flyer, you guys. There's gonna be a lot of hometown legends on that.
Lots of them, hometown legend. Do you know? Oh, let me give a shout out to him, WAP Master. WAP from St. Paul.
Wow.
He should be here. And you know what? Him and his Angie, I love her to death. They should be here, and he really, really started hip hop, especially in St. Paul.
Okay. Can you talk a little bit about his connection to St. Paul for those that may not be familiar with that name?
I don't know. I'm friends with Angie.
Okay.
That's how I met him. Okay. But then other people started telling me about WAP. His name is John.
Okay.
I think. But he go by WAP Master. They said he used to rap. He was in St. Paul. He's a promoter. He does a lot of things. And I do know when I did my first Purple Day, I saw him. He came into town to Brother Jules. He live in Vegas now. He came to town and he walked up to me and hugged me and told me, "Thank you for what you did for the DJs." He said, I thought that was a great idea, which I've always liked him. He's always given support to the community, St. Paul, Minneapolis, musically wise, everything, hip hop, R&B, whatever. He's always been there to support whomever. I like him. Shout out to WAP and Angie in Las Vegas.
Absolutely. It's wonderful to hear that you're not only getting hometown love, but also people are traveling to come and be a part of such an amazing event.
That's from Minnesota.
Absolutely. Can you give us the contact information and or the social media handles for anybody that wants to attend the event coming up September 3rd from 12 to 7 at Phyllis Wheatley?
Yes. The contact for more information, 612-245-6468. That's if you want to be a vendor, if you want to be a sponsor, but you know, we have moved on because September the 3rd is almost here. But moving forward for next year or, you know, any other events that we do, here's the information, 612-245-6468. And you asked me another question.
You've talked a little bit about vendors that are going to be participating as well.
Yes.
Can you let me know some of the goods and services that some of the vendors are going to be offering out there?
Yes, one I'm so excited about because she's new, and she's called the Plant Lady.
Okay.
She does plants, and I mean beautiful, and she could tell you all about the plant, the name of the plant, how to take care of the plant. She's good. I really like her. And all of my people are of color. You do know that.
That's wonderful, especially during, that'll be at the very tail end. September is the very end, but being August, being National Black Business Month, that is very important.
Something. Yep. So everyone is of color. I do have a lady that does candles. She has rocked with me from doing a Purple Day from day one. I have a lady, shout out to Tiffany Stevens. She always giving me pointers in different places to do this and that. She does t-shirts and they're made by her. Everything is unique and they're personalized.
Okay.
That's what I like about her. Very personalized. She has rocked with me from day one. I had a guy that did scents, oils. Mm. Did I tell you about that?
I don't believe so, but please share it with me.
Well, he passed the week before the Purple Day. So, but his wife came out. They're from Puerto Rico, but they're black Puerto Ricans. They speak Spanish, but you couldn't tell. Mm-hmm. But he passed, so I don't have anyone with scents, anybody with some oils. But he rocked with me from day one. So those are definitely three vendors that has been with me from day one. They support everything I do. And may he rest in peace. Ramon Smith, may he rest in peace, because it tear me up every time, because he was waiting for me. Mm-hmm. And the wife called me and was like, everything was the Purple Day. Nikki Love. And I'm like, oh my God. So.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
We send our love to his family as they continue to grieve the loss of a very important member of their family.
Yes.
Nikki, I am so excited for you, and I am grateful to you for your work, not only furthering the culture, but continuing to keep it in the light so that everyone can see the beauty that is our people.
Yes.
Thank you for joining me today. And for anybody that is interested in keeping up to date with you personally about what's going on in the next event that you're going to have, please share with them your social media handles and or contact information so that they can stay connected with you specifically.
By the way, thank you for having me again.
Absolutely.
And yes, it's my real name is Nicole Nikki Love West. It's WESS, no T. That's on Facebook. On Instagram and Twitter, you can find me under Nlove Promotion. Nikki Love Promotions, because there is a Love Promotion and there's an Nlove Promotion, but it's enough for us all.
Okay. All right. As always, thank you for joining me.
You're welcome.
Unfortunately, that is all the time that we have for this episode of Community Connections. I hope that something that has been shared today has either got your foot tapping or has intrigued you and just had you reach out to a family member or somebody a part of your network to let them know that you should come out into the community and celebrate all that is hip hop culture. A special thank you to the Purple Crew production team and Nikki Love for joining me today. As always, I'm your host, Anna Orr, and I look forward to connecting again with you soon.